promised to make a holiday video in English as well. So what better time than now with Thanksgiving and Christmas literally right around the corner. The point of this video isn't to deprive you of your favorite holiday dishes. It's a celebration. Enjoy yourself. Just do it wisely. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarice. I'm a registered dietitian and I'm passionate about nutrition education. I really hope that each bite-sized chunk will give you a better understanding of nutrition, health, and everything in between. Today I want to give you some tips and tricks that'll help you enjoy the holiday season without gaining those 5 pounds the average American gains between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day. Strategize.
This is war.
So, when you arrive to the dinner table in all its glory, first spot those dishes that you've been waiting around for all year long and pass on the ones that are just, they're not worth the calories. If there's no such mediocrity at your dinner table, then make a little tapas plate where you take small portions of each dish. Stay hydrated. Be sure to stay hydrated and try drinking 1 or 2 glasses of water about 15 to 30 minutes before dinner. Oftentimes our thirst and satiety cues get kind of mixed up and we tend to just eat when we're actually a bit dehydrated. Eat your greens. Vegetables are amazing. Not only are they high in nutrients, but they're low in calories. So you can eat more vegetables for less calories. Plus you get the added benefit of fiber, which is more satiating and important for your gut health. Avoid drinking your calories. I feel like it's a waste to get most of your calories in one sitting from sugary drinks that have little to no nutritional value and a ton of calories. So steer away from soft drinks and alcoholic beverages, and that way you'll have room for real food that's not only more nutritious but more filling as well. So have that glass of water before your meal and stick to 1, maximum 2 servings of your favorite alcoholic beverage. Watch out for sauces and gravies as well. Speaking of calorie-rich liquids, that also includes salad dressings, sauces, gravies. Some of them are hella fatty and have lots of added sugars, so don't relax your hand too much. Instead of fatty salad dressings like blue cheese and Thousand Island dressings, opt for some extra virgin olive oil, a little salt and pepper, a squeeze of lemon juice, and some herbs. Voila! Delicious and nutritious, and a little bit goes a long way. Eat slowly and chew your food. Did you know it could take 20 minutes, if not more, for your brain's satiety cues to take full effect to the point where you feel full and your body knows, okay, I can stop eating? And sometimes, me included, we eat faster than that process can happen. And by the time those cues hit you, it's too late because you've already eaten too much and you feel stuffed. So chew your food well, eat slowly, put your fork down and chat a little bit so you can give those satiety signals time to work. Sharing is caring. So you may have a few dessert options on your dinner table. So instead of taking a healthy slice of each, try sharing with a friend. Choose a few desserts that you have your eye on and ask someone at the dinner table if they'd like to share with you. Similar to the concept of the tapas plate I mentioned earlier, that way you get a little bit of each dessert so you can have your cake and eat it too. You may even inspire someone else at the dinner table to do the same.
Non-exercise activity thermogenesis.
Non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT, are basically all the movements we make that aren't sports per se, like walking to the grocery store or folding laundry, doing yard work, and even standing. Don't underestimate any movement you do, regardless if it's in the gym or not. So after dinner, you could help the host clear the table or help with the dishes. This will also keep you away from the table so you're not tempted to grab another piece of pie just because it's right there in front of you. Stay active. Take advantage of your days off from work and move, especially if you're sedentary for most of the week. And if you're not on lockdown, go outdoors. Take a walk or ride your bike in the park and play ball with your kids. Don't drag it. If, despite all this, you ended up doing the most on Thanksgiving or Christmas Eve, don't drag it. Some of us think, oh, I messed up this meal, I ate too much, so I'll start again tomorrow, or next week, or after the holidays. Once you realize that you may have lost control, take a deep breath and get a grip. It's fine. Just make a conscious decision that the next meal you'll be back on your routine. You won't gain weight from one holiday dinner, but when that drags to a holiday lunch, and then a brunch, and then another, bam, 5 pounds heavier. It'll eventually catch up to you. It's not always a piece of cake to lose fat mass, so don't make it hard on yourself by gaining more and ruining your progress during the holidays. I'm not here to suck the fun out of holiday dinners. They're joyous occasions. However, I do want to encourage you to eat consciously and exercise a bit of self-control. By all means, have some sweet potato pie, but keep it 1 slice and not 3. Mind the eggnog and have some chai. These small choices you make that may not seem that significant at the moment can make all the difference. You're more than welcome to share your health tips for the holiday season. And finally, if you want me to be your personal health coach, I'm just a message away. Happy holidays to whoever celebrates, and happy Festivus to the rest of us. That was your bite-sized chunk for today. Bye. Shalom.